A warm welcome to all of you and a heartfelt namaste. Thank you all of you for liking the channel, writing in your comments and your suggestions, and also writing in your views about the videos. Today we have with us Nora, a very old and a very dear friend. A warm welcome to you, Nora.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's an honor for me to be in this, in your channel.
Thank you so much, Nora. So Nora is a very experienced astrologer, both in Eastern and Western methods of astrology. One of her very strong points is the profection, a progress chart. And she's given countless number of people the accurate date to the point. She was one of the first astrologers to have said that to everybody's amazement at that time, that it is Trump who's going to win. And she did that with a progressed chart. Many more incidences, even for me, that I could go on. But then, thank you so much, Nora. And she's an excellent tarot card reader who uses just the major arcana, right? Nora, you just use the major arcana.
Yeah, thank you.
So Nora, what is it about profections that you find so beautiful?
I find that it's very logic. I find that you work with the numbers. You work only with the planet, because what I see in astrology is that the planet are the players.
Right.
For me, the planet is the most important, and I see the planet each with different personality. It's like a game. Okay. That you have together, that they have fight, they are going good together, or you know, and it's in relation when you finish to find the position and you put the transit in top. Then it's something more that come to disrupt the problem or the situation, and I find that this very, very interesting. It's a passion for me, you know. It's like it's better than look a movie. Each chart explains the story, and I like because I can go a little to the future and see how the things are going to give in the future. And right. This is very interesting to give an advice to the people, you know.
Okay, so what does perfection actually mean, Nora?
Perfection is is before. And faction is the fact. Then perfection is talking about before that the thing happens. It's before the event. Then you be prepared to handle whatever situation when you know how will be the future.
So it's a method of predicting the future annually, but you know how to write.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we are going to take Prince Harry's chart as an example.
Exactly, because it's in the fashion now.
Okay. So, yeah. Would you like to talk about a little bit about how this chart, you take this chart?
Wait a second. Before I want to explain that in each country that is astrologers, in different ways, they use this method.
Right. Okay.
In Manu, in India, that was a very old astrologer, he says that the sun is moving 1 year each sign.
Right. Okay.
And this is perfection.
Okay.
Because this is what I do. I move the planet 1 year every sign. Can you put what is the talking? Because there is a
yes.
The first.
Yes.
Yes. Then no, this one. Then the first. Yes. Then you see in the Arab astrologers 1,000 years ago, Mesela, Al-Burini, Bin Rachel, Hermes, they did, because I think that the profession, the origin of the profession was in India.
Okay.
And from India come to the Arabic astrologers.
Right.
And when they did the invasion in Europe, they bring the knowledge, they bring the science, and they bring astrology.
Right.
Because I find this system in an astrologer in 1500 in Europe.
Okay.
But the Arabic astrologers was before, and the Indian astrologist was before. And this, I think that this is how the tradition bring these kind of systems. In the Middle Age, they use lot, but now they don't use the people because I don't know if it's a program. The only program that I know is in the New Zealand program. But I do by hands because I like it.
Yes.
And I like it because every time that I move one, I do the relation with the others.
Okay.
Okay. Then each planet, we move 1 year, one sign. And each planet, wait a second, I need to move this down. Okay. And each planet is going 30 degrees.
Yes.
But if you do in relation with the month, is 2.5 degrees by month.
Right.
Then you can find the month. And from the months after that you have all the things done from the months, you can find the day. Right. I find the day for people who is looking for work. I find the day that they are going to have the interview or they are going to be hired.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's another system or method that give the things. For me, it's very simple.
So because you have been, because you have been using it so much.
Yes, yes. Then the advice that I have for the people that want to use or learn this method is start with your chart and take only one planet at a time. The planet, you choose the planet in relation with the Karaka signification. If you're looking for work, you take Saturn. If you're looking for work, for love, you take Venus. If it's a trip or it's something like that, or communication or letter or whatever, you take Mercury. I say you take only this planet that you are looking for the information. Don't take everything together because you are not going to. It's impossible. It's too much confused. You are going to see with the page that I have here that is very, very complicated. The planet change sign every year, but you need to remember that the degrees are very important, because if you have a planet that has 12 degrees when it's your birthday, the next birthday will be at 12 degrees.
Right.
But from 12 degrees one side to 12 degrees the other, change ruler.
Yes.
Because if you have 12 degrees Leo and you go to 12 degrees Virgo, you change from the sun to Mercury.
Yes, in the middle somewhere, yes.
And this, you change completely the influence of the situation.
Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you have the other page?
Yes.
Okay. Then this is what I say. The actor are the planet. You can always put more information after. You can put the transit. You can put the houses. You can do the yoga. Whatever thing that you know to work in astrology, use it. But start very simple at the beginning.
Right.
The signs are fixed. You don't move the signs.
Right.
And this you are going to see after when I have the page that have the 12 years.
Yes. Yes.
Then every 12 years, the planets are in the same situation. What is changed is a transit. What makes the change is a transit.
Right.
Because if you have, Jupiter is not a problem because it's changing every 12 years. Then Jupiter is almost following the thing, you know.
Right.
But if you have Saturn, Saturn will be in a completely different place because the cycle is 30 years. On March that is 1.5 years, or the nodes or the things, you know, then the transit is going to change. It's like now, at the moment that we are living, that is a very special situation that we have all these kind of Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto together. That is what is giving all this kind of chaos. I think, because they are completely different natures, each of the planet. Jupiter expand, Saturn
contract.
Control. Yeah. And Pluto is like explosion. Then it's very, well, you see. Okay. The planets are moving always in the same movement. It's not going back. And I take the nodes. The nodes are direct. They are not retrograde in these things because this is not real. You know, this kind of method is something that is, I don't know how to say, it's something abstract.
Right. Okay.
Then, Rahu-Ketu considered planet.
Right.
The behavior or personalities is similar. You can use this method for Western astrology, work perfectly, and for Jyotish. If you use the round chart or the square chart, is okay. It's always working. It's in relation with, of course, the Western is 24 degrees difference. The Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn, I use the aspect.
Right.
The Jupiter 5, Mars 4, and Saturn 3 and 10. Yeah. And it's always a planet is aspected for what is in the 7th house.
Yes, that remains same. Yes.
It's always, yeah. It's exactly like a clock because you have only this chart, the Rasi chart, the natal chart, and you use that. You don't have the Vargas, you don't have anything else. Only the chart, the first chart, the natal, Then we find the year, you find the month, and you find the dates. But this is after that you have the position for the year, you can go to the months and you can go for the days.
Right.
And the other thing that is very important is to know the hierarchy of the planet. You need to know if the planet is a ruler or is exalted or is in fall or whatever, you know. You need to know if the planet is strong or is weak. If a planet is strong, is going to do it. If the planet is weak, will be under the ruler or under the other influence, exterior influence. Then it is weak. Cannot take the decision, cannot make the changes.
Right. So if Saturn is exalted in a particular year in a chart, in this effects chart, in a perfection chart, and then any other influence will not influence him as much. But if Saturn is debilitated for a particular year, in that test,
because if Saturn is exalted in Libra for 1 year, in the 7th year that everything will be ups and down, opposite, Saturn will be in Aries.
Yes.
Because personally, I find that the 7th year and the multiple of 7 years for this kind of method is the worst year because you have everything in the other position, in the opposite position.
That's a beautiful thing.
Seven is a very difficult year. And the multiple of 7 are very difficult year because what you have strong in your chart for the 7th year will be other person or other situation outside of you that will be stronger. You need to follow. you don't have decisions.
Hmm.
Because the other way, the other thing that you need to know is that each year follow the signification of the houses.
Hmm.
The first year, okay. The second, or you bring something to you, or you need to let go. Yeah, leave this one, you see? The second year, or the third year is similar to the third house. The 4 year is, no, don't put, yeah. The 4 year is similar to the meaning of the fourth house. You are looking for happiness.
Okay. So when the perfection chart shifts to the fourth house, that is the time when we are looking for happiness in life.
Exactly. If the chart for go to the fifth house, or you have a children, or you are gamble, or you have the creations, because sometimes a children or a creativity is the same, you are creating something from you.
Right. Yeah.
The 6 is always problematic. The 7 is what I say before, that is opposite.
Right.
The 8 is always transformation.
Okay.
It's always changes.
Hmm.
Or you change the work, or you change your life, or you change your partner, or you change your mind, and you go up in your mind, you learn different things, and you become another person. The 9, of course, is spirituality, or your father, or whatever. The 10 is a path, a path in your life. It's not only the career. It's not only, it's everything together that happen in your life when you are going up.
Right.
The 11 is the friends, or the freedom, yeah, the 11 is a very good house. The 12 is the problematic house. What I find in the 12th house, what is important for me, 12th house for me is a house of cleaning. You need to let go everything that you are not going to take for the next cycle of 12 years.
That's beautiful.
Then you need to do choices. Everything that you have in your life will be good to take for more than 12 years more.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only a prison, because the prison, we meet ourselves in a prison. We are our worst enemy. But I find that many people, when they change life, when they pass from the 8th to the 1st, they take all the garbage that they have for the next cycle of 12 years. And this is the reason that the people are sad. They don't know what happened, but they are not happy. And this is something that you can see very often.
Right.
Because the 12th house is a house of cleanup. If you want to put the makeup in your face, you need to wash the face before.
Right. Okay, so that's a very beautiful example that if you really need to change, you need a makeover, you need to start afresh. And for that, you have to let go all.
Exactly. And this will be the first house. Because it's in the first house that you are going to ask to yourself, okay, what I got to do now? I am ready for the change. But you need to start to change yourself and adapt to the person that you want to be in the next 12 years.
Yes. So in the first house, what you're saying is that in the 12th house, you have to let go of a lot of things. And in the first house, you need to ask your question, what do I want? And what
I want to, yeah.
So you have a wish card, you can get your wish, but then you have to adapt to what you want to do.
Exactly, yeah. In the practice, I saw that the change between one year and the other happened around 2 or 3 months before the birthday.
Okay.
Because we have the feeling, if you are in the fourth house and you want to have a baby, you know, you need to organize your life, etc., etc. But you can see that before to be in the fifth house.
Yes. So she's so the person is already in the mind frame of
exactly. It's not all the year that has the same flavor or the same situation, because in the year you have 12 months, and the 12 months act like the sign.
Right.
Then the first month's that, the second, the third, the fourth, like the houses.
Right.
And you need to if you are in the 4 months in the 6th year, you have the health, you have the work, whatever, but you need to, therefore you are looking for happiness in these things. You know, it's very confused. Then this is the reason that I say, do your chart, because in your chart, you know what happened 5 years ago. Yeah.
And we can, when we do it one planet by planet, it becomes more clear. Yeah.
You know, is the only way to do it. You have no choice, because you need to focus. You need to focus what happened. You take Venus, okay, Venus is changed from one sign to the other, but you need to have an idea what you want.
Right. So Nora, for how many years have you been doing this profection?
I discovered the profession, I think it was around 2000.
20 years you've been doing profection?
It's possible. I don't know exactly, but I find that was so clear and so talking and so, and it's sometimes I have the feelings that you can manipulate the chart. You can manipulate, you can change, you can do the thing. But here, it's not choice. Because if the planet is, if you have Mars in Libra, Mars is in Libra, and that's it. You know, and you need to, or if you prefer, if you can add the nakshatra, you can go with the nakshatra in the inside of the sign. And this is going to give more information. But of course, this is for the people that have the habit to work with astrology, you know, that you know about the nakshatra or you know about other things.
Yeah, Nakshatra does. And I remember you sending me an article with Nakshatra and Profection, and it was a beautiful article on that.
I did, or someone else?
You sent it to me. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is a chart. This is a Prince Harry. The Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Yeah.
Right.
And I was very interested the last time when they start to talk about the relationship with Meghan, and he said he leave his house and
title, yes,
and the protocol, and he wanted to be more free. And okay, I find you know that I find parallel with the uncle, with the non-uncle,
the great grand
uncle of the queen.
Yes. Yes, great grand.
Finally, it was possible for him to do the things that the uncle, the royal uncle, wanted to do. But it's something that was in the family, you know. I think that the protocol is so strict that people cannot breathe. I think that this is the problem. This is the problem. Yeah, yeah.
So you've done his chart from the very start.
Yeah, and he has Mercury in Leo. Then Mercury is a very independent personality that to adapt himself to this kind of core, you know, and especially that he is the second. He is not the
heir to the throne. Yes,
exactly. Then from the beginning he knows that he was there, but it's not his thing. It's not his job.
Right.
Okay, then here you find the years.
Right.
The years of life is not the same that the age. The age of someone, you say that has 1 year old, but is from the baby, is from the 0 day to the birthday. The year start after the birthday.
Right. So it's 0 to, basically the year 1 is 0 to 1, and the year 2
The
is
first is 0 to 1 because he was living there at this time.
right.
Okay, and the 1 to 2 is the
Second year, yes.
Then when you do that and you are looking for a specific year, you need to say, okay, 2020, the year that we are, minus the year of birth, plus 1.
Right.
To find what is the situation or the year of where the person is living.
Right.
Okay, if the person has 24 years, the age in reality for this method is 25.
Yes, plus 1. Yes.
This is very important, and it's sometimes it's very difficult for the people to understand, at least in these countries. In these countries here, where I am talking.
In the Western
North
place. Yes.
Yes, I know that in India they accept more this kind of calculation.
Thank you.
I don't know, maybe it's an idea that they have. Okay, then this is the first thing that you need to do. You take your chart and you move all the planet 1 year. 1 year, 1 sign. Then you can see here, you can see Rahu, that is in Taurus, is going to Libra. Sorry, to Gemini.
Yes, in the second.
And after is going to Cancer.
Right.
And after is going to Leo. And after is going to Virgo. And this is for the 6 years. I try to do 6 years because it's bigger than the 12 years. And the 12 years is everything is
cramped up, yes.
Yeah. Then you see in this one, you follow Rahu is in the Scorpio and is going to Sagittarius and is going to Capricorn and is going to Aquarius and is going in the 10 years, is going to Aquarius. In the 11 years, is going to Pisces. And in the 12 years, is going to Aries. But for the next year, is going to go to Taurus again and is going to start in the first house again. The first house, the person is going to have 12 years more. Then this is what I say. Every 12 years, you have the planet in the perfect
same place, yeah, yes,
same position. But the transit are different.
And they will change the entire game plan.
Yes.
Okay. So should we do his chart for the last? Okay.
Yeah, this is the explanation almost. From the age 0 to 1, the person is a baby. 1 to 2 is the first year of life.
Yes.
2 to 3 is the second, and whatever.
Yes.
Each year, wait a second, put again. Every year is focused on a specific subject.
Yes.
Suppose that you do for you today, and you are going to find that you are in whatever house. Then will be the people who are moving. People who is moving the house. Now here is the completely, everybody is crazy, everybody is moving. Then you need to find where is the moon. And in what sign it is. Probably it's in the 9 signs or something like that. It's whatever. But I say you need to focus what you are looking for. If you are looking for money, you need to look for Venus.
Okay.
Venus, motivation, love, money.
And what about Jupiter, Nora, according to you?
Jupiter is a protection. Jupiter protects you. And Jupiter is in relation with children, but Jupiter is in relation with legal stuff too. And it's with doctors. Suppose that Jupiter is in a bad sign, as I say in a Saturn sign, is in Libra or is in Capricorn. Don't go to allopathic doctor. Go to the natural doctor.
Okay. Okay.
You see, then it's the good side and the bad side. If you have Mars that is in Aries, okay, you are going to start with something, start a job or start a different life or a business or whatever. But if you have Mars in Cancer, you need to see what happened with the moon.
Right.
Because you need to go always to the ruler to know what this planet is going to do.
The beautiful thing again, it's a very beautiful thing.
Then if this is not a method for someone that don't know really good the hierarchies.
Basics. Basics.
Yeah. Because you need to go always for whatever is the chart that you have, you need to follow the rulers until that you have a strong planet.
Right.
Okay. You have Mars in Cancer. And you have the moon in Libra. And you have Saturn in Capricorn. Then this Saturn will be the ruler of Mars and the moon.
Okay.
A transit that happened in this Saturn in Capricorn is going to change the things in Mars and in the moon.
Okay. Okay.
Do you see?
I see. And I just want to ask you a question. When you say Mars and Moon in Libra, right? What do you actually mean by Saturn being the ruler? Do we rule out Venus?
Yeah, too. But I say Saturn in Capricorn will be the ruler whatever, because Saturn is exalted, is very strong.
Okay. So you also see so you say, supposing if I'm talking about Pisces, any planet in Pisces, I will also see the position of Jupiter and Venus both.
And Venus. I always look for the two. And I look in what situation they are. Because if they are strong, it's this planet that is going to make that the thing happen.
A very beautiful concept. Very, very beautiful concept.
Because sometimes you look at the transit and say, what happened? Nothing happened. I don't know, the Saturn passing over the moon. Okay, it's a transit that everybody has scared. Yeah, but where is this moon? Yeah. Because if this moon is in Sagittarius, the ruler will be Jupiter. And if Jupiter is in Sagittarius, it's not a problem with the moon. It's a problem because Jupiter will be the protection.
Okay, that's a beautiful.
Then will be Sagittarius. Okay, but will be not so bad because Jupiter is doing the protection.
Okay. So it's a good thing to know for those people who have their moon in Sagittarius.
No, but I say it's a period that everybody is scared, but sometimes it's the problem happens. Sometimes it's nothing that happened, and you say, how is possible? Nothing happened.
Yes, so beautiful.
Or it's Venus. Venus is the ruler of this moon. You know, it's the same. Jupiter or Venus is the same. They're really planets that help.
Yes, and they're protectors.
Then this is the reason that I say that people need to know what are the hierarchies.
Yes.
And for Indian astrology, what is very useful too is the planet that are enemy or planet that are friend or neutral. It is very, very useful too. It's the same, you know. It's something that helps. Okay.
This is very beautiful, and you are actually opening up a lot of thought process. Thank you so much, Nora.
But this is how I do.
Yes,
this is how I do, because what in all the years that I am doing astrology, I ask myself why you see this transit and it's nothing happened. Must be a reason. For everything is a reason. I am very curious and I need to go and I need to do the investigation and I need to search why.
Right.
Because if you tell me, I go to say, yeah, maybe you're right, but it's not good for me. I need to go myself and look.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So that's
this,
yeah.
this is the same chart that you change for the year.
Right.
But what I have here is the natal planet in this small circle.
Yeah.
Then you say in the first year, the parent divorce. Okay. It was a change because it was the first house, the first year, the first thing. For the next 12 years, then it was a very important change in his life.
Right.
Okay, the parent divorce. Then maybe he didn't knew, like all the children that he didn't knew or whatever. He was 12 years old, 12. Then in the following year, the mother died. And you see what happened with the moon. The moon is with Rahu.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have in the 8th house, okay, the ascendant is in Capricorn. Then for him, this year is a year Capricorn alone.
Yes.
And is Venus, that was in the natal, is with Mercury and Sun in Virgo.
Yes.
Venus in Virgo.
Yes.
It's nothing.
Latin. It's debilitated, even if it's, yes.
The worst place that you can have for Venus.
Yes.
Then the Jupiter, the natural Jupiter, is with Ketu.
Yes.
Okay, if you look Ketu, if you look Rahu like the past and Ketu like future, it's not bad. But I say, you see in the chart that is really a very bad change. Because the second house, you bring something to you, or you need to let go. Then for this year, when he was 13, he need to let go his life and lot of things. Then I did only the years that I think there was something important because you can look in the biography and you see that every year, every month is something, or he went for a trip, or he received a medal, or he changed the college, whatever. But I find that this is very important. The second year in the cycles, in the 12s, in the cycle of 12 years is very important for him. Right. And if this happened in the second year, every second year in his life will be sad.
Okay.
Every 12 years or every 24 years, because I saw that sometimes the situation repeat every 24 years.
Okay.
This is what I saw. This is what in my experience.
Okay. Okay. So you see, so here you have it marked even for his 2012, which is around his, the 28th year.
Yeah. Then I think that in 2009, he has a very, very bad period. I don't know. I didn't went to these things because, yeah. Then, but I think because 2009 repeat.
Okay.
The situation. Okay. The other year that I went to look because I find that it's funny is the year 5. Because it was the year that he was completely crazy. Okay. Was 2012 was the year that they did photos that he was naked when he was in Las Vegas, I think it was. Las Vegas is a place of games. Yes. And he was there and they did photos that he was naked, but they did another photo that he has an uniform, a Nazi uniform with a swastika, and was a scandal in the newspaper, because for Western people, the swastika is not the same meaning.
Right. That's an inverted swastika, yes.
Yeah, the swastika for the Western people is only a symbol from the time of the Nazi, the Hitler. Yeah.
Right.
But not before.
Right.
Then you see there, 2012 was a very difficult year too.
Right.
Jupiter in top of the moon, Jupiter and the ascendant in the top of the moon. Then the moon was completely exploded. And in Aries, action. Crazy, completely crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Then, you look whatever is the things, and you see that
Rahu is on Venus. Again, you see Rahu is on Venus.
Yeah. And the ascendant Jupiter is with Mercury and the Sun in Sagittarius. In Sagittarius, I suppose that he was traveling all the time. I don't know.
Right. So we move on to the next 2020, which is one of the very interesting phases for him.
Yeah. This one. Leave this one. No, the other before. This one. Yes, this one. This one is the year 7 that I say that was completely difficult for everybody because everything is opposite to everything.
Right.
If you see the moon that was in the natal in Aries is opposite by Saturn, and Saturn with the moon, then was a very difficult year. But you know what happened in his life in this year? Was a year that he retired from the army or the thing that he was doing, and he needed to come back to London. Okay. He needed to come back home. He needed to come back under the Queen. Okay. It's funny, you know. It's funny because you see in 2012, his happiness is going, is crazy, and spending, and there they call to the reality and say, okay, wait a second, you have job to do. And they give a job in London. I don't see if I have. It's back to London. He retired from the army, or from the things, from the helicopter. Finish the freedom. This is for me. This is what happened. Finish the freedom. You have a job to do. You need to go to visit the hospitals and take these other things. Then do it. And 2015, they become interesting because he has a lot of girlfriends. He has one of the girlfriends was 5 years and things like that. But he meet Megan in 2015, and it's the year 8.
Transformation.
Lot of transformation. He finds someone that has the same kind of thinking about life, about freedom, and about don't give me a rules because I cannot support to be with a rules, with a job, with a things, you know. And he made what he was looking always.
Right, and then he moves, right.
Then they start to move through, yes. But this was secret.
Yes.
In 2015 was secret. It's only in 2016, year 9, legal.
Yes.
That the palace announced fiancé.
Right. Right.
And you see the moon is with Mercury.
Yes.
The moon is talking.
Yes. And then, oh, wow, that's a very beautiful
And the moon,
line. Moon and Mercury, they're talking. Yes.
yes, and the moon is with Jupiter in Sagittarius, legal stuff. Okay, you have a girlfriend, yeah, but you are a prince. You need to do something that is legal. You cannot live with someone like that. Then you need to marry her. No choice.
And the background is totally different. And that's the 9th house operating again very beautifully, which is the legality of matters. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't put there the transit, because if you have the transits of Jupiter or the thing like that, you're going to see really what is that happen. Okay. Then 2017, the marriage. And it's very, very interesting, because you see there the influence of the moon and the things, how they need to organize, because a marriage there is not only a marriage, it's for him, it's a completely change of life. He need to ask to the queen the permission.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know. It's I find that there you see really what happened. And there is what is a command, what is the transformation of his life. He's in the 10th house. And with someone that makes that he become strong, because Megan, I suppose that she support him, and she support this kind of I don't like to live in the palace. It's too much strict. I cannot go out. I cannot do what I want. You know.
Yes.
He start to feel
the duties
stronger.
and yes.
But it's a 10th house. He changed the direction of his life.
Right. Right. And then the 12th house, 2009. Oh, this is beautiful. The 12th, year 12, when you have to let go of everything, and then he's decided to let go of his freedom.
First, the 2018 is when he have the child.
Yes, yes.
But in the same time that he has a child, is the problem of Meghan with the press.
Yes, yes.
Harassment or whatever. Then you see that Mercury, the Mercury is with Saturn.
Yes, yes.
It's not only the child. And Jupiter is with Saturn, then okay, but everything was secret. They don't say the name, they don't say, it was completely secret, you know, for someone who is in this kind of system, like the English royalty, was everything was completely different.
Exactly.
But it's the 11th house, it's the future.
Right.
Then he was showing to the people what is the future that he wants. And the 11 is freedom and his friends. But he has only the freedom in 2019 when he leave.
Exactly.
Rahu Moon, separation of the family, Rahu Moon, Saturn, Mars, Ketu, Saturn, Venus. He need to have his money. He need to change completely everything that is in relation with the money.
It's a very beautiful concept. And this is the Saturn, the Rahu moon is the first thing that I saw, you know, honestly, Nora. And that was in the 6th house when he's breaking all traditions and saying, I'm going to go out now.
Exactly. Then can you put the first one?
Yeah.
This year, 2020, the first house is when the parents divorce.
Yeah.
And he divorced his family.
Right. And he went.
And he is the way of the family. And he is alone. And he is starting a new life. Completely new life. completely, because it's like really for him, it's like a new birth completely.
So Nora, the question here for you now from my end is, do you think that he's going to be happy as your charts for his Guru Dasha, as you said, was going on? Do you think he's going to be happy?
I think because in the chart, when you do the chart and you have the dashas, it has nothing to do with the method. It's something else. See, when you look here in the dashas.
Right.
Okay. In the dashas, he's going to finish the Rahu dasha in 2024, then in 2 years.
Right.
To go to Jupiter. And he has Jupiter in Sagittarius. I think that is going to be fine. And after the dasha of Jupiter has the dasha of Saturn. And he has Saturn in
Libra. In Saturn.
Yeah. Then I think that he takes the good decision.
Okay. So he's,
and whatever it is for the throne and England, they don't need him. Because I think that will be William. I don't think that will be the father. This is another thing that I find very interesting in the chart of Charles. In the same time that he married Diana was in the 10th house. In the 10th house. Then the 10th house is the destiny and is the work and is the career. He married Diana to stay in the career.
Right.
He married Camilla in the 10th house again to let go the career. I think that to marry Camilla, he did an arrangement with the queen that he is not going to be the king.
Okay, that's a beautiful. This is something open to everyone. Time will say, but then she's always said that, and she's maintained that, and it's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much, Nora.
Thank you very much. I have a lot of pleasure to do this kind of chats.
Thank you so very much, Nora. We'll meet you again. Please write in your comments and your suggestions. Till we meet with you again. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Thank you.